My name is Olivia Bennett, 29 years old. 3 weeks ago I was accused of stealing from my workplace. Not quietly, not privately, but in front of everyone. My coworkers, my manager, even security, they all stood there staring at me like I was a criminal. And the worst part? I was innocent. But before I tell you what the security cameras actually revealed, you need to understand how everything began. Because this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a setup. I had been working at Luxorum Jewelry for nearly 3 years. For me, it wasn't just a job. It was my entire life. I didn't come from money. My mother worked 2 jobs just to support us after my father passed away. We didn't have luxury, but we had dignity. And she always told me one thing: protect your name. Once people lose trust in you, it's almost impossible to get it back. So I worked. Every day. Without complaints. At Luxorum, I started from the bottom. Organizing displays, assisting customers, cleaning counters after closing. But I paid attention. I learned fast. And eventually, people started noticing. Even Mr. Collins, the store manager. He was strict, distant, not the kind of person who gave compliments easily. But one evening, after closing, he called me into his office. "I've been watching your work, Olivia," he said. I felt nervous. "You're dependable." That word stayed with me, dependable. A few months later, I was promoted. It was the first time I felt like I was finally becoming someone. But not everyone was happy about it. Her name was Charlotte Reed. She had been working there longer than me, confident, elegant, always perfectly styled. At first, she was kind. She helped me, showed me how things worked, even defended me once when a customer complained unfairly. But after my promotion, everything changed. Her tone became colder. Her compliments turned into subtle insults. "Well," she once said in front of others, "hard work really does pay off, sometimes faster than expected." I forced a smile. "I just do my best." She looked at me carefully. "I'm sure you do." But there was something behind her eyes. Something calculating. After that, small problems started appearing. Mistakes connected to my shifts. Inventory numbers slightly off. Customers complaining about things I never said. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I made mistakes without realizing. Until one day, I heard something I wasn't supposed to hear. I was in the storage room, checking deliveries, when I heard voices just outside the door. "Charlotte. And someone else." "She's not as perfect as everyone thinks," Charlotte said quietly. The other person laughed. "Then why does management trust her so much?" A short pause. Then Charlotte replied, "Because they don't know the truth yet." My heart tightened. "I'll fix that." I should have reported it. I should have said something. But I didn't. Because I didn't want drama. I just wanted to live my life peacefully. Everything fell apart 2 weeks later. It was a busy evening. The store was full of customers. Lights were shining, jewelry sparkling everywhere. The atmosphere felt expensive, elegant, perfect. I was helping a couple choose a ring when suddenly, "Olivia." I turned. Mr. Collins stood at the entrance. But something was different. His face was tense. Behind him, security. My stomach dropped. "I need you to come with me," he said. The entire store went quiet. People started looking. Whispers spread. And in the crowd, I saw her, Charlotte, watching. We walked into the back office. The door closed behind us. Silence. Then Mr. Collins spoke. "A diamond necklace is missing." I frowned. "What?" "It was in the display this morning. Now it's gone." My mind started racing. But what does that have to do with me? He looked straight at me. "You were the last one assigned to that section." My heart started beating faster. "That doesn't mean anything," I said quickly. "Security footage shows you near the display," he replied. "I work there," I said. Of course I was near it. The security guard stepped forward. "Miss Bennett, we need your cooperation." "With what?" I asked, already feeling panic rising. "With an internal theft investigation." The word hit me like a udar. Theft. "No," I said immediately. "I didn't take anything." Mr. Collins didn't react. "Then you won't mind if we check your locker." That moment, I understood everything. They didn't suspect me. They believed it was me. We walked into the staff room. Everyone was already there, waiting, watching, judging. The atmosphere felt suffocating. Some people looked shocked, others curious, and some almost satisfied. And there she was again. Charlotte, standing quietly, observing everything. "Open it," the guard said. My hands were shaking as I took out my key. "This is insane," I whispered, but no one answered. I opened the locker, slowly, carefully, and the second the door opened, The room exploded in gasps, because inside, wrapped neatly in a black velvet pouch, was the missing diamond necklace. My vision blurred. "No," I whispered, "that's not mine." But it was too late. Voices filled the room. I knew it. She looked too innocent. You can't trust people like that. Each word cut deeper. "I didn't do this," I cried. "Someone put it there." And then, a calm voice spoke, cold, sharp, final. "Or maybe, you just got caught." I turned slowly, Charlotte, looking straight at me with a faint smile. The room felt like it was closing in on me. Voices were everywhere. Whispers, judgments, accusations. I couldn't even breathe properly. "I didn't do this," I repeated, my voice shaking. "I swear, I didn't take anything." But no one was listening anymore. Mr. Collins looked at me with cold disappointment. "Olivia," he said slowly, "this is very serious." "I know it is," I replied desperately. "That's why I'm telling you the truth." But before he could respond, the security guard stepped forward again. "We'll need to call the police." Those words froze everything. The police. My heart dropped. "No, wait," I said quickly. "Please, this is a mistake." "A mistake?" Charlotte repeated softly from behind. I turned toward her. She stepped forward, crossing her arms. "A very sensible mistake, then." Her tone was calm. Too calm. And for the first time I felt something shift inside me. This wasn't just suspicion. She was enjoying this. "I think we should let the police handle it," she continued. "After all, the evidence is right there." She looked at my locker, at the necklace, at me, and smiled. "No," I said louder, "this is wrong. Someone put it there. I didn't do anything." "Then explain it," someone from the back said. "Yes," another voice added. "How did it end up in your locker?" I opened my mouth. But no words came out, because I didn't know. And that silence made everything worse. Mr. Collins sighed. "I trusted you," he said quietly. That hurt more than anything else. "Please," I whispered. "You have to believe me." But his face didn't change. "Call them," he said to security. Everything started moving too fast. The guard stepped aside, already reaching for his phone. People were whispering louder now. Some customers were even watching from the entrance. I felt humiliated, exposed, destroyed. "I want to see the cameras," I suddenly said. The room went quiet again. Mr. Collins looked at me. "What?" "The cameras," I repeated. "You said there's footage. Then let's watch it." Charlotte's expression changed. "Just for a second, but I saw it." "We already reviewed it," Mr. Collins replied. "Then show it to me," I said firmly. He hesitated. "It won't change anything." "You don't know that," I said. "If I'm guilty, then prove it in front of everyone." The room went silent again. All eyes were on him. And for a moment, he seemed unsure. Charlotte stepped in quickly. "That's unnecessary," she said. "We already have the necklace." Her voice was smooth, controlled. But now, it sounded different to me. Almost nervous. "Why are you against it?" I asked, looking directly at her. She blinked. "I'm not against anything," she replied. "I just don't see the point." "The point," I said slowly, "is the truth." A long silence followed. Then finally, Mr. Collins spoke. "Fine." Charlotte's head turned sharply toward him. "With the footage," he said. We moved into the surveillance room. A small, cold space filled with screens. The tension was unbearable. I could feel my heartbeat in my chest. This was it. My only chance. The footage started playing. Morning shift. Customers coming and going, staff moving around. Everything looked normal. Then, there, the guard said. He paused the video. On the screen, I was there, standing near the display case, exactly like they said. "Continue," Mr. Collins ordered. The video moved again. I leaned slightly toward the case, opened it, took something, and closed it. My stomach dropped. "No," I whispered. "That's not what happened. But on the screen, it looked exactly like that." "You see?" Charlotte said quietly. "I told you." "Wait," I said quickly. "Go back." The guard rewound the footage. I stepped closer to the screen. "Zoom in." He did. The image became clearer, and that's when I noticed something. Something small, but wrong. "That's not me," I said. Everyone looked at me like I had lost my mind. Charlotte let out a soft laugh. "Seriously?" "No," I said, my voice stronger now. "Look closer." Mr. Collins frowned. "At what?" "The bracelet," I said. They all looked at the screen again, at my wrist, at the bracelet. "I don't own that," I said. Silence. "It's just a bracelet," someone said. "No," I replied. "I never wear jewelry at work, ever. It's against policy." Mr. Collins's expression changed slightly. He knew that. Everyone knew that. Charlotte crossed her arms. "You could have worn it just this once." I shook my head. "No, I didn't." Continue the video, I said. The footage moved again, the me on the screen walked away. Calm, natural, too natural. Pause, I said again. This time I pointed at the screen. At the reflection. They looked. The glass display reflected the person's face, slightly, blurry, but visible enough. That's not my face, I whispered. The room went completely silent. Mr. Collins stepped closer. Enhance it, he said. The guard adjusted the image, zoomed in, sharpened it, and then everyone saw it. It looked like me, almost identical, but not exactly. The eyes were slightly different, the expression colder. A quiet voice spoke from behind. That's not Olivia. I felt my legs weaken. I told you, I said softly. I told you I didn't do it. No one spoke. No one moved. The truth was right there on the screen. But then, Mr. Collins said something that changed everything again. Check the other cameras. Because what they found next was something no one in that room was prepared for. The room fell into complete silence as Mr. Collins asked to check the other cameras. The guard quickly switched the screen to the staff hallway, the place every employee had to pass before entering the locker room. Everyone leaned closer, watching carefully. The footage played for a few seconds, and then suddenly the guard paused it. There, he said. On the screen, a woman appeared. For a moment my heart stopped, because she looked exactly like me. Same uniform, same hairstyle, same posture. A quiet wave of confusion spread across the room. That's Olivia? Someone whispered. No, I said immediately, my voice low but firm. That's not me. Mr. Collins frowned. Play it. The video continued. The woman walked calmly down the hallway, like she belonged there. She didn't look nervous, she didn't hesitate. When she reached the lockers, she stopped directly in front of mine. My chest tightened. I could barely breathe as I watched what happened next. She looked around carefully, making sure no one was watching. Then she reached into her pocket and pulled out a key. My stomach dropped. She has a key? Someone said in disbelief. Before anyone could react, the woman unlocked my locker with ease, opened it, and placed something inside. The black velvet pouch, the necklace, the same one they had just found in my locker. There, I whispered. That's the truth. No one said anything. The footage continued for a few more seconds. Then, just before walking away, the woman turned her head slightly toward the camera. That moment changed everything. Her face became clearer. Not just similar to mine, different. That's not Olivia, Mr. Collins said slowly. The room erupted into whispers. People started talking all at once, confusing accusation, but I wasn't looking at the screen anymore. I was looking at Charlotte. She had gone completely pale. Do you still think I got caught? I asked quietly. She didn't answer. Mr. Collins turned toward her. Charlotte, do you know anything about this? For a moment she said nothing. Then she shook her head quickly. No, I don't know who that is. This has nothing to do with me. But her voice wasn't steady anymore. Rewind, I said. The guard replayed the moment where the woman looked at the camera. Zoom in, I added. The image sharpened, becoming clearer. And then someone suddenly spoke. Wait, look at her ear. Everyone leaned closer. There, barely noticeable before, was a small silver earring with a blue stone. I've seen that before, someone said. Slowly, one by one, people turned their heads toward Charlotte, because she was wearing the exact same earring. Her hand instinctively moved to her ear, but it was too late. That doesn't prove anything, she said quickly. It's a common design. Enough, Mr. Collins said sharply. It completely changed. Security, call the police. This time no one objected. Charlotte's composure broke. Wait, please, you're misunderstanding. But no one was listening anymore. The police arrived within minutes. The same people who had been accusing me were now standing in silence, watching her. Charlotte tried to stay calm, tried to deny everything, but the pressure was too much. It wasn't supposed to go this far, she suddenly shouted. The room froze. I just wanted her gone, she cried, pointing at me. She took everything from me. So you framed her? One of the officers asked. Yes, she snapped, her voice breaking. Yes, I did. But I didn't steal anything. I just moved it. How did you get her locker key? The officer continued. She hesitated, then looked down. I copied it, she whispered. The truth spread through the room like a shockwave. Everything had been planned. Carefully. Deliberately. She had found someone who looked like me, dressed her the same way, sent her to take the necklace, and then planted it in my locker. A perfect plan, almost. Until the cameras exposed everything. Charlotte was taken away that night in handcuffs. No one defended her. No one said a word. Later, when everything was over, Mr. Collins came up to me. "I owe you an apology," he said quietly. I looked at him exhausted. "You didn't believe me." He didn't deny it. I should have. There was a long silence between us. "Your job is safe," he added, "and if you stay, I can offer you more." But something inside me had already changed. "I can't stay here," I said softly. He nodded as if he understood. A week later, I left Luxorum. Not as a thief, not as someone guilty, but as someone who proved the truth when no one else believed her. And in the end, I realized something important. I didn't lose my name. And that was everything.